Hello, my name is Sam and welcome to my Tiny Glade series, where I take the daily Tiny Glade pre-builds and try and create a nice looking scene within a 1 hour time frame. Then I cut it down, add some fast forward, and share a few tidbits related to the build. In today's video, we're going to be building a castle on top of a hill using the following prompt. From the Himeji Castle in Japan to the Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, numerous fortresses have been built on top of hills around the world. In today's video, we're going to explore some of these castles and what advantages building at such high elevation offers them. Long before traditional castles, hill forts and fortified settlements were a common historical occurrence. I thought I would take some time to focus on these predecessors before diving into the structural grandiose of castles, starting with Masada. Masada, built in Israel in 30 BCE, was constructed by King Herod the Great as a luxurious fortress and a last resort refuge. It rests on a high plateau, and the surrounding desert cliffs make it nearly impossible to breach. One of its notable defenses was against the siege of Masada, which happened in 73 to 74 CE, where Jewish rebels held out against the Roman Empire. The fortress was eventually taken and inhabited by the Romans, and holds a devastating yet powerful message about defiance and resistance for Israel. Masada was later turned into a monastery and then completely inhabited. The site was abandoned for centuries but rediscovered in 1828 by European explorers, and today Masada is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a powerful national symbol for Israel. Dun Aonghasa, built in Ireland in 1100 BCE, is one of Europe's oldest hill forts, used as a defensive stronghold and a ceremonial center. It is positioned on the 328-foot-high cliffs of Inishmore in the Aran Islands. Semicircles of stacked limestone barriers face the Atlantic Ocean. Its defensive stone spikes make it difficult for invaders to approach, and if any pass them, the fort's entrances were designed to funnel attackers into easily defended choke points. There's a high chance it was used as a defensive retreat against raids during the Viking Age between 800 and 1000 AD. As warfare evolved, castles and stone forts became more common in Ireland, and Dun Aonghasa was gradually abandoned. While no specific recorded battles took place at the hill fort, evidence suggests it was attacked, modified, and expanded over centuries, as it still stands today as a major archaeological site and tourist attraction. Machu Picchu, built in Peru in 1450 CE, is one of the most well-preserved Inca sites and originally belonged to the Inca Empire, the largest and most powerful empire in pre-Columbian America. Its high altitude and remote location make it highly defensible. Although its exact purpose remains debated, it is widely considered a masterpiece of Inca engineering, architecture, and urban planning. Abandoned during the Spanish conquest in the 1530s, its location was protected by the deep cloud forest vegetation, the mountain's altitude, and its difficult terrain, and was never actually discovered by the Spaniards after its abandonment. Rediscovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham, the small city features precise stonework, terracing, and water management systems, with locations for communal and ceremonial gathering, a ritual stone used to track the seasons and agricultural cycles, and natural rock ledge with a rope bridge that could be raised to restrict access. It's no wonder it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Now that we've learned about 3 historical sites, let's take a look at 3 hilltop castles and their significance. Starting with the Himeji Castle, one of Japan's most famous and well-preserved castles. Also known as White Heron Castle due to its stunning white exterior, it's renowned for its elegant architecture and strategic importance. Constructed in 1333 as a fortification by a samurai and feudal lord, it was later expanded by another powerful samurai, the last feudal military government in Japan, who added the distinctive white exterior and complex defensive features with multiple levels, watchtowers, and a complex system of moats and defensive walls. The castle was primarily a fortress and played a major role in the defense of the region during a transformative and turbulent era in Japan's history, lasting from mid-15th century to early 17th century. The castle location on a hill provides stunning views of the Seto Inland Sea and the surrounding landscape. The maze-like pathways and strategically placed defense points made it difficult for invaders to enter the inner areas of the castle. The castle's unique design and historical significance have made it a recurring feature in Japanese films, literature, and art. It was even featured in the 1967 James Bond film, You Only Live Twice. Now let's talk about Poenair Castle, located in Romania. While Bran Castle is one of the most popular castles in Romania and around the world due to the pulp culture references to Dracula and his original muse Vlad the Impaler, it was not the actual home of the infamous ruler. Poenair Castle was built in the 13th century by nobles. The castle was eventually abandoned until 1950 when Vlad the Impaler repaired, expanded, and turned it into a fortified stronghold and his permanent residence. It is located atop a cliff at about 2,790 feet above sea level, making it extremely difficult to attack, as defenders could rain down arrows, rocks, and boiling liquids on invading forces trying to climb up the surrounding sheer cliffs. The castle controlled access to the main route between Slovakia and Transylvania, giving Vlad access to monitor, tax, or stop travelers, ultimately giving him control over regional power and commerce. The castle fell into disrepair after Vlad's death in the 16th century, but still remains a tourist attraction where visitors can climb the 1,480 steps to see the ruins once inhabited by the tyrant king. Germany alone houses more than 200 hilltop castles, one famous one being Neuschwanstein Castle, located in Bavaria. The castle was constructed between 1869 and 1886, making it one of the last known built hilltop castles in the world before the 19th century. It was built by King Ludwig II, known as the Fairy Tale King. The romantic design and fairy tale-esque castle was going to be used as a private retreat before the king's death that occurred before its completion. The castle offers stunning panoramic views of the Bavarian Alps, a stunning turquoise blue lake, rocky ravines, waterfalls, and the charming towns below. In the 1950s, Walt Disney visited the castle and was so inspired by its magical beauty that he used it as inspiration for Sleeping Beauty's castle in Disneyland. Despite its medieval appearance, it was built close enough to the 19th century to feature modern technology for its time, including central heating and running water. Built in a time of peace, the castle was never intended for military use and has never faced an attack or besiegement to this day. Now a tourist attraction, the castle can be reached by a 40-minute walk, shuttle bus, and even horse-drawn carriage, and visitors are prohibited from taking any photos inside the castle. Strategically chosen for defense, visibility, and prestige, each of these locations have unique advantages despite being from different cultural and time periods. They share common themes of strategic defense, cultural significance, and lasting historical impact, telling a unique story about the civilizations that built them and the challenges they faced. So I hope you enjoyed today's build and learning some more about hilltop fortresses and castles. If you did enjoy and want to keep up to date on my next video, please give me a like and follow, and I'll see you next time. Bye!